Ever feel like your child goes from calm to chaos in seconds? Like living with a volcano that erupts over the tiniest thing? You're not alone. And today we'll talk about what's going on beneath the surface. My name is Dr. Piersaint. I specialize in helping people identify and manage strong emotions. I'm an associate professor, a board-certified rehabilitation counselor, a published author, researcher, a licensed clinician, a mother of two, and an entrepreneur. I want to welcome you to a 4-week series on raising emotionally strong kids. So first, why does this matter? As a mom to an 18-year-old, a 3-year-old, and an aunt to kiddos ranging from 2 and up, you're not alone. And this behavior isn't a character flaw. Dysregulation in children increases risk for mood disorders such as depression and anxiety, produces academic challenges, and conflicts in relationships, whether it's in relationships with you, as mom, as dad, as grandma, grandpa, or with their friends. Parents who can model calm responses provide a foundation for emotional learning in children. So how we respond, how we show up when they're in crisis really sets the tone for them. So what is emotional dysregulation? To be emotionally dysregulated is when kids, since we're talking about kids here, struggle to manage big feelings. This isn't just moodiness. It's a challenge with the brain's ability to cope with stress and frustration. For example, a 10-year-old who screams and throws a book when asked to pause a video game isn't being defiant. They may lack the skills to transition, to shift, or express disappointment. Like they're really sad about having to stop the game that they were playing, especially if they're playing with friends. Emotional dysregulation refers to difficulties in managing, or in other words, modulating emotional responses. This often leads to intense and long-lasting negative emotional states, such as explosive tantrums or shutdowns. And in children, this may show up as a temper outburst. It may show up as refusals, their favorite words, especially as toddlers, no, when you're asking them to do something, or emotional shutdowns after seemingly small, little tiny triggers. Many kids' parents, especially those with ADHD, anxiety, or trauma, struggle with emotion dysregulation. But here's the good news. I've got good news for you. Emotion regulation is a skill, and it starts with you, the parent, the guardian, modeling calm in the chaos. So I'm going to teach you in this segment a skill for you and something you can teach them, your kiddos, so that you both can ride out this storm in a way that allows the family to find peace. So parents, skills for you. Co-regulation versus control. You want to model calm to invite the calm that you're looking for. So if you walk into the room and your kiddos having a fit, you yelling at the top of your lungs isn't going to help them calm down. You've got to model the calm, which takes practice. I'm not going to say it happens overnight. It takes practice. So here's a skill from Dialectical Behavior Therapy, or other words, DBT, for you to practice. It's called the STOP skill. It's an acronym that stands for stop. The S is stop. The T is take a step back. The O is observe what's happening. And P, proceed mindfully. So you take a look at what's going on. What is setting this kiddo off? You take in all that information, and as the regulated, as the mature adults with wisdom, you decide how you're going to approach them versus reacting quickly at the drop of a dime. What in turn you want to teach your kid, your kiddo, your little one, is how to name their feelings using a feelings thermometer. So ranging it, getting them to understand how to rate their feelings from, let's say, 1 being very calm to 10, they're having a meltdown. Help them identify how they feel and rate that through that feelings thermometer. Your child does not need a perfect parent. And to be honest, there is no such thing as a perfect parent. They need a present one. And when you pause, you breathe, and respond instead of react, you're helping their nervous system learn a better way to cope with the stress that they're experiencing in the moment. So, you want to manage a volcano child? You want to understand what triggers them? Practice those 2 skills. The stop skill, stop, take a step back, observe what's happening, proceed mindfully, and teach them how to name their feelings and rate their feelings from 1 to 10. This again was Dr. Piersaint. I look forward to continuing the series on raising emotionally strong kids using DBT skills with you. See you next week. To share just how you feel. Know that we're all